How's everything? Hopefully, everybody is well. Now, look at what was just stated in less than 20 seconds. Peace, peace. How's everybody? Hope everybody is well. That will let people want to hear this short video as opposed to not greeting at all, just going into a lesson. Just turn the page such and such. An introduction, if you will. Sometimes people tell me I should put music on it and, liven up the video a little bit. And I do take the constructive criticism, especially from one person, my lady, who actually helps me make videos better. The people who just say you should do this and that, and they ain't even buy a book or push a book or promote it, get it as a gift for someone or even share it. Even if they didn't buy it, I don't take those individuals serious. Some people constructive criticism, and some people just want to talk and have something to say on what someone else on what they think someone else should do. But getting back to the point of don't think a greeting is serious. I recently understand that there was a person at a job that was written up because they apparently went out of their way to not greet. And it was one's job to say, "Good morning, how may I help you? Good evening, how may I help you?" The person who got written up didn't realize that who was not greeted was a spy to see how the job was going on. Nobody got let go or, quote, fired or so forth and so on. But they did write the person up. I state that because one of the things that I talk about on this and say other channels is how we need to learn, in a nutshell, more manners. Manners, respect will take you far in life. That is a fact. It will take you far in life. When you go to an airport, they greet you. When they make the announcements on the airplane, they greet you. With Israelites, sometimes, those who know ourselves as Israel, and sometimes with black people in general, we don't feel that we need to, quote, greet each other. So the person who got written up was black. I do not know the identity of the person who was the spy that went into the job or whatever like that. But if we don't think that greeting is important or serious, we really need to change that. I have been several times suggested, oh, you don't have to say good morning or good night all the time. You don't have to say good morning or good night all the time. The same person knew, no disrespect and sin in my family. So of course, I was raised to greet. I was raised to do that. I don't know if it helped me keep a job by being raised to know how to greet or to greet. Sometimes they teach you in different jobs about different businesses have different phone etiquette, how you answer the phone and so forth and so on. Black people, in many cases, were not taught that, or how to write a business letter. It's a different type of greeting. Or when you're writing a college paper or a research paper, it's a different type of greeting. Or when you're writing the conclusion before you get your degree in college and they ask you to write 10 or more pages on a particular subject. Or when you're writing a bank for a loan, how do you approach that? If we can't be understanding enough to say good morning and good night, we could see why we would never come together to even write a business proposal. See how deep that goes? It goes that deep. And brothers and sisters, if I were to sit there and call you all anything different than brothers and sisters, what would you think? It goes that deep. It's that serious. The person who knew my family who was saying, oh, you don't have to say that every day, is dead. Dead. No longer breathing. Nobody could tell that soul, rest in peace, and it be heard by that person. That soul is no longer in existence. So if we do not think that it is that serious, we have not applied our understanding to things. In the scriptures for the Israelites, there's a part in there where the king sent men to Elijah, and they said to him, "Men of God, the king desires to see you." And the response was, "If I'm a man of God, may lightning come down and strike you in your company." And lightning struck that person in his company. And then the king in the Bible sent another man with 50. And they approached Elijah and said, "Men of God, the king said to come, for he desires to see you." And the statement from the prophet was, "If I'm a man of God, may lightning come and strike you in your 50. And lightning struck that man in his 50. The third party came and said, "Man of God, if we have found favor in thine sight, we beseech thee, the king desires to see thee." And then Elijah went with that man in his 50 to see the king. See, you get certain things according to sometimes by the way one greets, having tact, if you will. TACT. Having decorum, if you will. So these are 3 examples on how we as a people, Israelites and black people in general, need to learn about greeting. It is that serious. You don't want to get in any kind of static at a job because you just chose not to greet someone that you probably should have and had the opportunity to do so. You don't want your memory to be known as one, you don't have to say that to me all the time because we're all going to see death. That person is dead. Nobody can say good morning or good night anymore to that soul and it be heard by that soul. So while we have life, let us appreciate it and show each other that love. And you don't want to approach somebody who you may or may not even know have a certain rank and file like a prophet and come incorrect. Peace.